Channel attention, everyone. Stand to lead us in prayer.
My dear brothers and sisters, we welcome each and every one of us to this occasion. We invite the heavenly bodies, God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit to be with us as we pray in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Our help is in the name of the Lord, who made heaven and earth. Father, Lord, we have gathered in your name today. In the book of Numbers, chapter 21, you called our elder brother Moses as the first artist when you instructed him to make a bronze serpent for the people of Israel to get cured. Father, Lord, today we are making some exhibitions of those work of arts of our brothers and sisters. Father, we therefore call on you to be with us as we begin this occasion. Direct our affairs, bless the work of our hands. May we continue to love you. May we continue to live in peace. May we continue to do your will. Be merciful unto us this day and grant our heart desires. Bless all those who have gathered here as they have been invited when they are going, grant them journey mercy. To our nation, O Lord, may you continue to prosper the work of our hands. Grant us your protection, and at the end, may we all see you in heaven. This is our prayer through Christ our Lord. Amen. May God bless this occasion and make it holy. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Thank you, Father Stan. You may be seated. Her Excellency the President, Sylvanie Burton and Mr. Burton, Honorable Cassani Laville, representing the Prime Minister, Speaker of the House, the Honorable Joseph Isaac, Honorable Shakira Lockett Hippolyte, Parliamentary Representative for the Roseau South Constituency, other members of Cabinet, Mr. Mervyn Alexander, Chairman of Girodel Eggleston Village Council, Father Stan, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the media, DBS Radio, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yes. I am Mrs. Sheba Bowers-Bell, your chairpersons for this afternoon's event. And it gives me immense pleasure to welcome all of you to the official opening of LArt Gardin De Fleures, Art in a Flower Garden. A few months ago, Sandra Bell Larocque and Susan Blah had a conversation. Sandra wished to share her artwork with the community, and especially with school children, to inspire and motivate them to get involved in art. When Mon Anglais Community Tourism Group heard of the idea, they quickly said, "We will help." And in quick time, the Girodel Eggleston Flower Growers Group lent their support too. And voila, here we are this lovely afternoon after much hard work and preparation to make the exhibition a reality. Your Excellency, Sylvanie Burton and Mr. Burton, we bid you a warm welcome. Since this is your first official visit to our flower show site, to all our distinguished guests, we warmly welcome you too. It is our hope that the time you spend with us this afternoon will be a memorable one. Once again, welcome, welcome, welcome. Do you feel welcome? Yes. Good. We have a powerhouse in the twin communities of Girondelle and Egliston. We all love her. And there have been times these past few days that this Energizer bunny has been going on and on and on. Ladies and gentlemen, believe me when I tell you, this individual has been a catalyst for this event. She wanted it to be an epic experience, and she worked tirelessly to ensure that all hands were on deck to make it a reality. To give a short overview of our event, let us welcome our event coordinator, Mrs. Shirley Alexander.
Thank you, my friend, Mrs. Bell. I have lots of good friends in the house and lots of good friends out too. Raymond, you laughing? Yeah, you are one of those. Sheba, sorry, she took away this salutation. I sure won't remember. Her Excellency, the President, Mrs. Sylvanie Burton and Mr. Burton, Honorable Cassani Laville, representing the Prime Minister, Speaker of the House, Honorable Joseph Isaac, Honorable Shakira Lockhart Hippolyte, Parliamentary Representative for the Roseau South constituency, other members of Cabinet, Mr. Honorable McIntyre, Mrs. Blanchard. I know you were really, really special to Sandra. She has you there. Yeah, you were really with her. Other members of Cabinet, Mr. Mervyn Alexander, Chairman of the Girondelle Egliston Village Council, Father Stan. Yes, Father Stan. Oh, Father Stan. Distinguished guests, other distinguished guests. You are all distinguished. Ladies and gentlemen, media, and we have lots of people listening out there too. So welcome, both on island and all over the world, because everybody loves Girondelle and Egliston, and they love this site. Welcome to all of you here on social media too. Those of you who are here, those of you on social media, those of you who are at home who couldn't make it. We continue to enjoy today, which is God's special gift to us. And it is yet another celebration at our Girondelle Egliston Flower Show site. We celebrate today God's wonderful creation, our natural beauty. We celebrate those who have gone before us and those who are still here with us, like the members of our flower growers group. And we celebrate in a special way today our own woman of the soil, Sandra Bell LaRocque. Let's thank you. Who has a big surprise for us. She really surprised me. I mean, I go by her sometimes, we speak sometimes, she'd show us her earrings, her necklaces. But that day when I reached in the house and at her home, and I saw the number of beautiful paintings she and Erwin had there, I was really surprised. I said, Sandra, where did you learn that? When did you do that? So I'm longing to hear what she has to say, because I didn't want to hear. I want to hear it today. Yes, and some of the things Shiva said, I am going to say it. I'm sorry, we didn't look at each other's notes, but it's kind of similar. Okay. We celebrate those who have gone before us. I said that, and we celebrate in a special way our own Sandra Bell LaRocque, a woman of the soil. It was sometime in June that Sandra mentioned to us some of her close friends, that she wanted to display some of her artwork at her own art exhibition. She wanted to do so in August, and of course, we thought that was too soon. So we decided with her to have it as a special feature for this year's independence celebrations. And then the name LArt de Gardin De Fleures, I am still not good with it, Art in the Flower Garden, was born. But I love it. I love it, but I can't pronounce it properly. Mrs. Blanc, Suzanne Blanc, was honestly her main cheerleader from the time she started. And she will say that too. Since she thought that she would sell her plants because she loves plants, and Sandra would display her artwork. And even now, Sandra still says, boy, I just long to just sit in the room and just look at my artwork. Yes, it doesn't matter if plenty of people don't come, but I'll just be happy there. And I'll be with you, Sandra. I keep saying I don't dress up much. Today I didn't get the chance either. But I want to just come and just enjoy your paintings and enjoy the garden, of course. Sandra will display during the week, the 2 weeks, her artwork and paintings, and sculpture. That, of course, wasn't exciting enough when we heard about what she wanted to do. So we immediately started on a 3-month journey with other members of our Flower Growers group and our Mon Anglais Community Tourism group. We thought of making it a special event for budding artists, especially our primary school children from our community, those who go to school here and those who go to school outside, and even those who are at school in all different communities. We have invited them, and we want to remind you, principals and teachers and parents, that you are free to come with your students to see and experience something special. We want to spread that energy that we have and opportunities to all our children, students, and clubs, especially the 4-H clubs. I just long to see them there. I hope they will come because it's still special to me. We want to continue inviting all those who have not heard about it, and we want you to do the same too for us, through word of mouth, through posters, sharing the posters and flyers and all that we have. And we want to thank in a special way Mr. Raymond Lawrence, who did that wonderful musical promo for us with Ridge, Shiva's son, Shiva, our master of ceremony this afternoon. We are really happy that they did that for us, and we want you to continue to spread it. You will be one of the first to see what Sandra has to offer upstairs when you visit her art room. And we know that she has been planning that, putting her art pieces together for over 9 years. That's what I know about her, but we'll soon get to know so much more. You will be truly surprised. And you will enjoy, and you will encourage others to do so. So during the 2 weeks, we have events which will get you. I'm very excited. We have Colleen XP, who is from our community too. She will be live tomorrow afternoon. We have, what's her name? Marie Pascal. She's from our parish, our constituency. She will be there at the Sip and Paint event on Friday night, two Fridays time, the 1st of November. We will have Shadrach Burton as our main person leading the Sip and Paint event. There will be lots of plants and food and drinks and other local items on sale all throughout the 2 weeks. So we invite you to celebrate with us. We invite you to enjoy it with us. And as Sandra says, it's a time when it's a time for therapy, magical therapy. And we are looking forward to having you, not just today, but other times during the 2 weeks. Bring your friends along and just be happy for us. Be happy for what we have to offer. Thank you.
Thank you, Shirley, my little catalyst. About 5 decades ago, Perpetual Bell, better known as Pep Bell, and deceased Alfonso Bell, gave birth to a bouncing baby girl in the person of Sandra Paulette Bell, LArt now. From her early childhood days, Sandra loved flowers. It's only natural. She's from Girardel, the flower basket of Dominica. And she also loved the drawing. So it is no surprise that today we are here featuring her work. Her real journey with art started with deceased artist Earl Etienne at the Old Mill Cultural Center. Sandra claims that her lessons with Earl are blessed memories. She never really stopped painting, but creating art requires time. And her early adult years, she was committed to raising her family. But we all know that children grow up, and her children are all grown up. And so now Sandra had time to spend on her art. She studied at the Borough School of Art in Guyana. The school is known for its tactical approach, including making tools and using traditional methods of creating art. She also studied history of art across time and cultures of people across the globe at the University of Guyana. Sandra is an artsy lady. I'm not going to say anything more. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you our featured artist, Mrs. Sandra Bell LArt. You can just stand up there if you want away from the sun.
This side. Shiva.
My apologies.
Her Excellency, the President, Mrs. Sylvanie Burton and Mr. Burton, Honorable Cassani Laville, representing the Prime Minister, Honorable Shakira Lockhart, Hippolyte, Parliamentary Representative for the Roseau South Constituency, other members of Cabinet, Mr. Mervyn Alexander, Chairman of the Girardel Egliston Village Council, Father Stan, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the media. I grew up here in Girardel. This flower show site was part of my playground back then, with fruits and wild lemongrass. Girardel has rich soil and therefore rich vegetation. Girardel, as you may have noticed, is at the base of a mountain, Mount Anglais, where you can experience the most spectacular heavenly sunsets. Growing up in Girardel exposed me to the rawness, power, and beauty of nature firsthand, all the time, every time. It is therefore no mystery that my artwork reflects nature, the power and beauty in nature. I am fully aware of the aliveness of the soil, its ability to produce and sustain ecosystems that are so important and necessary to our well-being and general survival. I marvel at the naturally sculpted landscapes with mountains, valleys, and trees all around, the breathtaking sunrise, the changing light, the changing shadows, the clear skies after the rain, the ever-changing clouds. So quickly they come and disappear. Sunday Mass was a must, and therefore my curiosity about God, and hence the spirituality that is reflected in some of my work. How do I capture what has already been created by God's own hand, God's own canvas? It is almost an impossible venture, but I dare attempt to capture, even if it's a fleeting glimpse. And yet in the end, I am satisfied only but for a moment, because there is so much more to explore. My time here is short. As Chubby would say, "Se passe no capasi." As I surround myself with my work, I get a sense of comfort, peacefulness, joy, and accomplishment, and further inspiration to create more work. Creating art is a vital part of my existence. For me, it's an expression of self. It embodies my life experiences. It gives me a sense of purpose. It is an escape portal for explorations of my curiosities and expression of all that affects and influence my being. A realm of its own, with its own challenges and struggles. I become one with the medium which I am using at the time, whether it is paint, clay, wire, fabric, or other. Oops. Thank you. The push, the pull, the challenges, then the music, the fine-tuning, the burst into song, is what gives me pleasure and satisfaction, a sense of accomplishment. In the end, I become a viewer of the art piece, a piece with silent words that speaks with emotional triggers. Art for me is an unspoken form of communication. According to Bob Marley, who feels it, knows it. Many times, we humans take things for granted, and unless we develop a sense of appreciation, we undervalue many of the vital and important contributions to a healthy and peaceful, contented life. I trust my sharing with you through this exhibition will help develop a deeper appreciation for the beauty and power in nature that we can access easily and freely. The exhibition consists of paintings and sculptures that reflect the power and beauty of nature. I try to use material that is easily accessible, including recycled material. I have been exposed to working with textile, leather, clay, paint, wood, and its byproducts like sawdust, paper, wire, graphite, chalk, pastels, watercolor, and other media, including recycled material. I am most comfortable with paints. I am fascinated with color and color mixing, and paints are easily available and more convenient to work with, considering the time that I can allocate to artwork and the workspace that is available to me. LArt De Fleures, art in the flower garden, speaks for itself, except at this time of the year, there are not too many flowers, but the plants are here, creating these beautiful gardens at the foothills of Mont Anglais. As you walk through this exhibition, stop, appreciate, listen, feel the pieces. They will speak if you listen. In closing, I am very much aware that there will be a vote of thanks at the end of the opening, but I cannot end without acknowledging and profoundly thanking Shirley Alexander, Susan Blanc, who believed in the idea of the art exhibition from the start. And the numerous volunteers who all helped to make my life dream exhibiting in my home village a reality. And last but not least, my husband Owen, the yin in my yang, who has been supportive all the way. Thank you.
I think we can make Sandra feel a little bit more love. Yes, she deserves it. And now we're going to have a rendition by Dominica's best church choir. I have bragging rights. Yes. Yes, please make them feel welcome. The Girondel Church Choir. One little song now. And I was just getting in the groove. Thank you so much, Girondel Choir. I indeed, I can brag. They are the best. And now, permit me to invite our parliamentary representative, Mrs. Shakira Lockett-Hippolyte. But before she comes on, let me just tell you one thing. I've noticed about Mrs. Lockett. Whenever we have an activity and we call her, she says, yes. And we say, what? She says, I told you, yes. And today we have a resounding yes. Her support, her contribution, we cannot say nothing more else. Thank you so much, File Rep. Please make her feel welcome.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Let me first recognize Her Excellency, Mrs. Sylvanie Burton and Mr. Burton, Honorable Kasani Laville, my friend and colleague representing the Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Dr. Irvin McIntyre, Minister for Finance, Honorable Miriam Blanchard, and Honorable Friedel Grant. I'm so pleased to have you all here supporting this activity this afternoon. I also want to say a pleasant good afternoon to Miss Alfred, my good friend. I was looking for you when I came in. And also the chairperson of our village council, Mr. Mervyn Alexander, the villagers of Girondel and Egliston, Chafleur, and the invited guests who are here. Good afternoon to all of you. Let me first start by commending the organizers, Mrs. Sandra Bell-LaRocque, and the Mont Anglais Tourism Group for putting on such an event. I want to thank them because I've always said when I became the PAL rep for Roseau South, and when I speak of Girondel and Egliston, such a wonderful community, such a wonderful people. And I see Madam President, you're here with your fan, but there's no need. The entire country is hot, but we are cool here in Girondel and Egliston. But my vision has always been that this site remains open throughout the year. Not only when we have flower show, but various activities. And I always say to the Flower Growers Group, Mont Anglais Tourism Group, that because Girondel Egliston is out of it's not in central, you have to come up the hill to get there. You must do various activities to attract people to come on the site. So I want us to give a round of applause to Sandra Bell-LaRocque and the organizers. And what I particularly like or love about this activity is not a 1 day or 2 day. It is for 2 weeks. And I said to them that I'm going to support in particular the Sip and Paint event. So I'm hoping those of you and my colleagues who are here, if you have not purchased your ticket for the Sip and Paint, ensure that you do so. But it's always also important that we sustain these activities. And the government has pledged its support. We have allocated in the Ministry of Tourism budget $100,000 to ensure that we have our flower show activity. We cannot only leave it to those who have been there before, the Alfreds, the Shirley Alexanders. I would really love them to reach out to the youth, to the younger people. It's important that we embark on various training programs to ensure that we can sustain what we have. Here in Girondel, we can boast of the Mont Anglais National Trail. We are the home of Carlin XB. the home of Rich Bell, who is the Booyah Artist of the Year 2024. And we are also the Flower Basket of Dominica. And we have here with us today Miss Sandra LArt, who is an artist, and I don't think that this sort of activity has been done anywhere else in Dominica. And let us give a round of applause to all those that I've mentioned before. We in Girondale need to take advantage of the capital projects that the government is now embarking upon. Our major capital project, the International Airport. We must position ourselves to take advantage of that. There's opportunities here for Airbnb, and we recently signed a contract with United Airlines. We'll have direct flights from New Jersey to Dominica. What does that mean for us here in Girondale and Egliston? It means that we need to, our horticulture industry, we need to take it more seriously. There is an avenue for us outside there. There is a market where we can export our flowers, our floral arrangements. Because I can say to you, I've been around the Caribbean, and Girondale and Egliston, the people have the best floral arrangements. And we have Miss Alfred and Vovo and the rest who have been doing an exceptional job. But my only concern is, when these people retire, what's going to happen to us? And I know that they have been trying their best to provide training programs for the youth of this community. I also want to urge the community to take advantage of the cable car project that is being constructed right here in Dr. McIntyre's constituency. And that is an avenue for our young people who are interested in tour guiding to take advantage of. Because if you stand up, I think there was an area where I passed, and somebody said to me, Palrep, that is the cable car project. From Girondale, you can see what is going on in the valley. So it's important that we position ourselves. I once again want to thank the organizers. I, as the parliamentary representative, pledge my full support. You heard Sheba Bell say anytime they call me, I said, I am available. I will assist in whatever way I can. I'm sure they were getting worried because the PAL rep normally is there whenever there's an activity assisting to organize for the entire week. But I said, I know the people who are organizing, and I know they will put their best foot forward, and hence they don't need the PAL rep there unless there is something that is urgent. So I am here today to give my commitment, my full support behind this activity, and you will be seeing me throughout the 2 weeks. My intention is to ensure that the children, not only from Girondale Primary School, but the children in my constituency, the Roseau Primary and the Newtown Primary, we will buzz them up to see the art that Sandra has done. So once again, thank you very much. May God continue to bless all of you, and I wish the organizers all the best for this activity. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And you know, we were getting a little bit worried for sure, you know, but you know, when she gives her word is her word. Okay. Now we are so happy that the Honorable Cassani Laville, who's representing the Prime Minister, is here with us today. So we cannot leave here and not have him tell us a few words. So please make him feel welcome.
Thank you very much. Let me first recognize the presence of Her Excellency the President, Sylvanie Burton, and her dear husband, Mr. Burton, my dear friends and cabinet colleagues, and most certainly the parliamentary representative of this wonderful constituency, Honorable Shakira Lockett Hippolyte. And certainly, just for all of you to know, it is difficult for a PAL rep to come in his or her constituency and be on time. It's not an excuse, but when you're kind and you're warm and you have to say hello to everyone and so on, even though you come an hour early, it can still be difficult. Let me recognize also Mervyn Alexander and the wonderful choir. You are the first choir that I heard after I got married, because I lived in this community for a short while. Let me recognize Father Stan, all of you who have made the effort to be here, the lady of the moment, the artist herself, Sandra LArt, her dear husband, Mr. LArt, the media, the wonderful people from this blessed community, Girardel, Egliston, all of you, the Bell family, I see you, the Alfred family, I see you, many other families, I see all of you. Greetings, and by virtue of my wife, I say welcome too, because she's from here. So it is certainly a pleasure to be here and just deliver a few remarks on behalf of the Honorable Prime Minister, who would have loved to be here with you today and to share with you. It is this distinct honor and privilege of my life to share in this wonderful moment with Sandra today. Moments like these will be remembered and recorded for life, because many times we go afar to find our heroes and our greats. So when we think of art, the world of art, we sometimes think of Goethe and Michelangelo and Leonardo and Picasso and many others. That's who we sometimes think about. And we sometimes forget Alwyn Bully and Earl Etienne, and even in my own constituency, young guy, Alter, and my dear friend from Massac, Roy. These are great artists also. And today, when you encounter the great art of Sandra, and I've seen a few, you will also realize that she's worthy to be in that realm of the great artist that history has presented to us. Because when I think of what in some people's view may be a coal pot on 3 stones engulfed in orange, red-hot flames, and that's one of her pieces. This is not just casual. And when you heard her speak, and she speaks of the influence of God in her life and in what she does, that's when we'll come to understand what her art really means. It's much deeper than what we see at face value. It is not just a coal pot on 3 stones and fire. It is, as she said, that moment, that fleeting moment that she captures. But who created that moment, as she said? It's the handmaid of God. And that is the beauty of art, that's the beauty of artists. To not only have that creativity to imagine, but to have that willingness to share with us. She could have kept it in her mind for her own enjoyment, but she took her time and her talent, captured that fleeting moment to memorialize and personalize and personify that moment so we could now have it for a lifetime. And this is the selflessness of artists that sometimes we come to underscore. Thank you, Sandra, for your devotion to the arts. You could have chosen to be a mother and to be a wife. And even that is great. And for even that, you would have been blessed by God. But you chose to go further. And while many said, here today, because we're celebrating that part of you, which is the artist, I came to know you first as a devoted, committed, extremely intelligent information technology and programming student. That's another side of Sandra. She could have also chosen to be that person. And it shows the diversity in the individual, in the artist, and it shows how that she's able to transcend from one time to another, from one emotion to another, from one feeling or sentiment to another, to always give all of herself at a given time. So now it is art. And we thank you sincerely for sharing that part of you with us, Sandra. But in order for us to value and appreciate that sacrifice which you have made, it needs to resonate even more deeply to the young, to continue to inspire young artists to be the best that we can be, to continue to preserve the culture, the traditions that we have here in Dominica, to capture the beauty of our landscape and represent that and replicate that in some way or another, to inspire the youngest among us, the students that she has spoken of. Because if that does not happen, and we cannot inspire the next generation, then in some way we would have failed. So this should not be just about today. It should not merely be about an opening or an exhibition, but we need to invite our friends and the young ones and the countless visitors who have come to our shores during this season. We need to welcome them here and let them encounter Sandra's creativity, the beauty of our home, the beauty of our land. This is what we can do for Sandra. She's happy we are here present, but let's go further, let's do more. And each of us, I charge you to bring 5, 10 people, each of us, and expose them to the creativity of Sandra. Let's do that for her. There are many things going on in Dominica today, and when I think of the projects that are going on, the cable car, the international airport, the marina, and so on, I ask myself, how do we connect to that as a community? What does this mean for artists like Sandra and for people from a beautiful, talented, creative community like Eggleston, Girdale, and so on? So when I envision the airport, while right now it's a lot of excavation, and for some it might be difficult to see where this is going, I see past that. I see the halls and the walkways of the terminals lined with artwork of Sandra and many other creators, artists, and artisans. I see the beautiful plumbagos to my right, and even the periwinkles over there and the exoras up there and so on. I see them lining. Yes, I not bad, you know. I see Dr. Mark getting excited as well too. I see these beautiful flowers. I see your history, your heritage, your culture being part and parcel of that development. I see an opportunity for the florists and the farmers to start now and to cultivate and to create. That's your opportunity. I see a tourist enjoying, while it may be a few minutes of ride on the aerial tram, the cable car, having that fleeting moment that Sandra spoke about. But I see an opportunity for the artists to, again, memorialize this, make it a lifetime, by they themselves having that view of that beautiful ride and that majesty in that area and replicating it. Memorialize this on a canvas too. So after they have had this wonderful ride, you can probably entice them then to have that permanent piece, that canvas, that painting, where they can then take it home and forever remember this blessed ride. There's so many opportunities for us, but we have to all tap into our creativity. Sandra has demonstrated hers, and we need to look deep within, look into the annals of our minds and our souls and try to tap into that creative spirit to find ours and see how we can connect, how we can have a full life. Sandra, I wish you all the best. I am so proud of you. I am happy for this wonderful community as well. A lot of people know this community for many things, but the flowers and beauty and warmth and so on, this is yet another way through art. And this is absolutely wonderful. You all are truly blessed. So much to be happy about. And Sandra, may your work continue to resonate with not only the people here today, but every generation that comes to encounter the beauty and sacrifices of your work. I thank you all distinctly for allowing me to be here and saying a few words. I wish you all the best, and I too will bring my 5 to 10 people to encounter Sandra's words. Thank you. May God bless you all.
Thank you. Honorable Shakira, I'm looking like as if Honorable Kasani want to give you competition man in your own constituency. But we feel the love, and he's also one of us, as he said. So you're excused. And you want to be boasting to name plants and everything. Okay, all right, that's fine. Thank you so much for that. And now we have Sandra to come in a little while. When you go there, you'll be so happy. We had our choir. Now we're going to have another performance. We look talent in Girardel and Eggleston. This time we have a little dance piece by Shelley's and Prince. Please make them feel welcome. Shelley's is Sandra's niece. Talent, talent, talent.
Give me a little Jinping. Songing good. Bring in some drums. Now mix it with a little bit of bumper. Paris, Chibet, Swami. Give me a chance to honor you. My caballo then leisure. Magaila body, body, body. Give me a chance to honor you. Tout le monde j'ai ça. Même écouter ça aussi. Aniba moins coco. Il est toujours bon pour moi. Moi caballo lo.
Standing on the platform, watching you go. It's like no other feeling that I've ever known. To love someone so much and have no control. You said I want to see the world, and I said go. But I think I'm lost without you. I just feel crushed without you. I've been strong for so long that I never thought how much I need you.
Take a man like this to make you feel so good, yeah? Take a real good vibe to make you feel so alive, yeah? We go drop you until you sweat. Cause what you feel is what you get. Hey, 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 hey. ou dis-moi pour faire. Aïe, papa, papa, chéri, c'est ça ou dis-moi pour faire. Hit me now, yeah. Start it to me. Moi qu'à descendre la rive à table, moi qu'à rouler en l'air, maman. Aïe, maman, doudou, c'est ça ou dis-moi pour faire. Aïe, papa, chéri, c'est ça ou dis-moi pour faire. Comme la montée, comme la descente, comme la montée en l'air, maman. Aïe, maman, doudou, c'est ça ou dis-moi pour faire. Aïe, papa, chéri, c'est ça ou dis-moi pour faire.
Thank you so much, Shelley's and Prince. Wow. Aye, mama, aye, papa. I'm not even singing this song. Okay, thank you so much. And one more time, when it is good, Laibodi Boso. Before we have our vote of thanks, I am calling our choir to give us one more rendition, and this time you are invited to join in the singing. All of us know the song, so let us see that. Our choir, let's go.
Don't
Did you all sing? Thank you so much for that. And now we're almost at the end of our opening, the official opening. And we just want to give a token of thanks, of appreciation to some of our guests, because we are so happy that you are here with us today. Sister. And so, Mrs. Sandra LArt will present a token of appreciation. And Augustina Popo will do the same. So Augustina is presenting to Her Excellency, the President, Mrs. Sylvana Burton. And Sandra, we are not leaving your husband behind, President. And Sandra will also give him his token. We are really happy that you are here with us today. And although our parapsy, our AC is on, it's a little bit off, a little bit. our AC is a little bit off. Good. Yes. And we want to recognize our parliamentary representative, Mrs. Shakira Lockett Hippolyte. Of course, we cannot leave the Honorable Hassani Laville out after he's given us so many lessons on flowers.
This one is a succulent.
Of course, the Honorable Miriam Blanchard. And Miriam is a quiet support. She's there for Sandra. And she said, Sandra, do that. Sandra, do that. We really appreciate your support. And to my favorite doctor, the Honorable Irvin McIntyre. So, well, I said doc, sorry. Thank you so much. Okay. And now we are almost at the end. So I call on Miss Winifred Lewis with the vote of thanks.
Recognize Her Excellency, President Sylvanie Burton and Mr. Burton. Honorable Cassani Laville, representing the Prime Minister, the Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Shakira Lockett Hippolyte, Parliamentary Representative for the Rosasov constituency. Other members of Cabinet, Mr. Mervyn Alexander, Chairman of the Girardel Egliston Village Council. Father Stan, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the media. On behalf of the Monanglais Community Tourism Group and the Girardel and Egliston Flower Growers, I am saying thanks. Thanks to Her Excellency President Sylvanie Burton and Mr. Burton. Your presence here today demonstrates that you see the importance of arts in enriching our culture and community. We are truly grateful for your time and encouragement. Thanks also to Honorable Cassani Laville, who represented the Honorable Prime Minister. We are impressed that you took the time out to come and to give some inspiring remarks. Honorable Shakira LArt, Hippolyte, your involvement in our activity Thank you for that. To all our distinguished and invited guests gathered here with us today, including those viewing and listening on DBS and Imo News, your enthusiasm means the world to us. We hope this exhibition leaves you inspired and reminds you of the incredible talent with our twin communities. Once again, thank you all for making this event a resounding success. We look forward to sharing more moments like this with you in the future. Saying thanks is not easy, as we may forget someone. It's not intentional, and we apologize if we left out anyone. Again, I say thank you. Thank you, and have
Okay. Okay. Oops. I have some pictures I took of inside when they had the exhibition. Oh? Just start. Introduce.
That mic on now? Good afternoon to the listeners of DBS Radio. On our social media page, we are live in Girardel, Egliston, where we witnessed the opening of Art in a Garden of Flowers, which is presented by the Mont Anglais Community Tourism Group and the Girardel Egliston Flower Growers Group, as well as Sandra Bell LAROC, who is a visual artist and the featured artist for the event. Right now we are at the site, the flower garden site in Egliston, where we are seeing a number of sculptures and different paintings, which was done by Sandra Bell LAROC. Sandra Bell LAROC, a daughter of the soil, she was born and raised in Egliston, Girardel, and she currently is back in the community contributing to the upliftment of the community through her arts. So we are here live. We are seeing a number of displays of her artistic work. We are seeing a number of paintings. We are also seeing a number of wooden homes that was painted by her. We are seeing some sort of painted arts with different paintbrush. As you can see, it's like a mural displaying a beautiful flower. We now see another one. It's blue purple with a little lilac. Coming down, we are seeing another one. There is the flower garden plant. We are seeing a sculpture of that which was displayed and presented by Sandra Bell LArt. So we are here just showing you a few of her meaningful artistic work. She, as I mentioned, she's a daughter of the soil from Dominica, and also she is one from Girardel, Egliston. It's important to note that this activity will run for 2 weeks. There will be different activities like sip and paint. There will also be some performance from different members of the constituency, from members from Girardel, Egliston. So it is quite a packed event for the community of Girardel, Egliston, where we see the displays of Sandra Bell LArt, but also we are seeing a number of performances and events that will encompass during these 2 weeks. So we invite everyone to come on down to Girardel, Egliston to display these beautiful artistic works from Sandra Bell LArt. And right now I am joined by Josette Seraphine Hedrington, who is live at the flower show site in Girardel, Egliston, and she will, just speak with us as to what she thinks about this beautiful display this evening.
You ran away from me, eh? I'm breathless. Let me just say good evening to all those listening to DBS there in Dominica and the rest of the world. And this is DBS, of course. I mean, what we have seen there so far is it's beautiful. You can see that there's a lot of talent. So today, I'm not sure what you said before. It is a preview and also the launching of this exhibition, which will take place from the 20th, that is tomorrow, Sunday, until Friday, 25th of October. On Tuesday, 29th of October, and Wednesday, the 6th of November. So there's a lot of time for you to come up and really see what she has done. And so besides doing just paintings, she also doing the sculpture. Did you mention that? Yes. And that is, I wish this could go down to the Roseau, but I guess Roseau must come up to there to see the beauty of everything. The last time I was in that room, it was the flower show 2023. Yes. And now it is placed with canvas and sculptures.
As you mentioned, Josette, it's not only artwork but also sculptures, and we are seeing a number of our natural resources being put in play to display these different sculptures. We are seeing the fisherman net on a sculpture. We are also seeing some beads, some shells as well. So today is a very beautiful day for the people at Egliston, where we are seeing a number of artistic works, a number of talent, I must say, and it is important that we encourage persons to come on down to Egliston, Girardel, to experience this type of activity that is happening in the community.
For each club, and social groups, just to encourage them to participate. We are some artists. And during that time, that's from today, there will be food, drinks, craft and other local items on sale. Just to let you know, it is a beautiful place. Long time I have never felt some nice food.
I must say, Joseph.
Yes, it's very cold. Not very cold, but it's not as that like in the city, Rosa.
Yes. Also, it was mentioned at the opening ceremony of this exhibition that the iconic Raymond Lawrence will also be recognized for his outstanding contribution to culture and community development in the Girondel Egliston twin communities. So it's not only, for persons who are around the vicinity, but also for people who actually contributed to, culture and community involvement, as well as, the artistic works that Sandra Bell LAROC was able to put on display this evening. It's very marvelous to see how she would use her hands with these paints and create this beautiful sceneries, these beautiful paintings. We are seeing beaches.
Yes, and the waves.
Yes. I must say she's very sharp.
Did not know that she was an artist.
No, I think she was a bit shadowed by her husband. We know she's the wife of Owen LAROC, who has, contributed a lot to Dominica and to the region. So it's very important to know that Sandra Bell LAROC has this type of talent and could display it this evening.
And I'm not sure the date. XP and SIP and paints with renowned artist Shadrach Burton. And so that will be, I'm not sure what are the days, but one of the days in there, we're going to have that.
I think we are able to get a lineup of the activities that will be taking place throughout these days. From Sunday 20th to Friday 25th October, there will be an exhibition featuring visual artist Sandra Bell LAROC. We will also have children's creativity and activity corner. There will also be an art competition with Aaron Hamilton and other artists. There will be the sale of plant, food, crafts and other local items. There will be photo opportunities in the Arch Garden of floral designer, landscaper Desmond August. And we also have a grand raffle of exotic plants by Shirley Alexander. So as I mentioned before, it's a packed activity for the people in Girondel Egliston with this exhibition coming on board with Sandra LAROC. And also on Sunday,
there's going to be a grand raffle.
Yes, there will be a grand raffle.
And Sunday, that is tomorrow, Creole brunch with Gloria Jenke. And that is at 10 to 2. And live music also. Verandra
Christian, yes.
So just to let you know, there will be good food, there will be drinks, and I'm seeing barbecue time right here. So I think tomorrow it will be like a full day from 10 in the morning and to maybe it's ending like 6:15.
Yes. Also, tomorrow they will, as I mentioned, recognize the iconic Raymond Lawrence with a special recognition award from 5 p.m. to 5:15 p.m.
Hosted by the Girondel Primary School, entertainment and fundraising activities.
And then on 1st November, we have the Sip and Paint with renowned visual artist Shadrach Burton from 6 p.m. And then on Tuesday, 5th November, we have Community Day of Service Projects at the Elderly Village Home, the Catholic Church, and the primary school site. An exhibition will also be opened. And on Wednesday, 6th November, there will be a prize given to winners of the art competitions and a grand raffle draw from 2 p.m., as well as the closing of the event.
We're doing the Community Day of Service Projects at the elderly villagers' home. I think that is this Egliston and Girardel have always done community work, you know. So I think that would be very easy, but we just like to see the children or the young people of the primary schools too will just come, you know, and just lend a hand.
I totally agree with you, Josette. We would need to see some of the students from the primary school because, I mean, yes, it's talent. Yes, it's something that is done out of love and passion. But if we see the young people take up these type of commitments to ensure that they preserve these talents in Dominica, it will be very good for our country. So I believe the school students should be involved in this activity. There should also be workshops and trainings taking place as well to promote these type of activities.
And I think one of the ministers, I think, is Honorable Hippolyte. She spoke about with the elders. They are very talented. And I'll tell you, most of the times I have a bouquet of flowers, you know, I call from Girardel. But when they are gone, are the children, the younger person is going to live with it, you know, to continue it. So she really, really spoke to the persons here who have the talent to, you know, to try to teach the young people.
I'm seeing some iconic persons here at the flower show. Let me see if I can get a word from Mr. Raymond Lawrence. Would it be possible that we could get a word from you as to what are your views on this exhibition?
Yeah, it's beautiful. I really like the variety and the style, her styles, her different themes that she used. Well, a lot of it is nature, but sunsets, trees, spirituality, and her sculptures. I'm quite impressed with them as well. So I want to congratulate Sandra. I think she's done a wonderful job. You can see it has taken a while, maybe a couple of years, to have that kind of collection. And that she's getting to have some exposure now to her work. And I'm sure from now on she'll even get more exposure, more promotion and publicity. So I just want to wish her all the best.
Okay, it was also mentioned that you will receive a recognition award for your work in culture. Mr. Lawrence, we know that you have put in a lot of years into the development of arts and culture in Dominica. What are your views now on this sector in Dominica?
I mean, I'm very humble. That came like a total surprise, you know. I'm retired, you know how it is. But at least some people remember sometimes what you have done. So from that point of view, I'm grateful. I'm thankful to God, to them. I remember when I was Chief Cultural Officer, and I guess maybe that's what they remember, I always helped the Girardel Flower Show. I really love the flower show as a cultural and artistic event in Dominica. It's been going on for many, many years, and it's something I think we should cherish and try to even help to strengthen, to get bigger and bigger every year. But in the cultural division, we used to help them a lot through the years. And we had Heritage Day here one year as well in Girardel, Egliston. I was a big part of that as well. So I guess maybe they probably just want to say thanks in some way, you know. So I mean, I appreciate it. I didn't expect it at all, but I thank them, Girardel and Egliston. I mean, there are many communities. I love Dominica. I love all the communities in Dominica. But they too hold a kind of special place in my heart. I have a lot of wonderful friends in Girardel, Egliston, and they're wonderful people, very talented and gifted, you know. And so I just want to congratulate them on the work that they are doing and have been doing.
Mr. Lawrence, you said you have retired. You retired from something, but not everything. because you still have us dancing. I mean, 2 years ago, I was dancing on stage, you know, and did the choreography and stuff like that. So
Yes.
this can never leave you.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay.
And Josette, as you mentioned that, when I was leaving Cultural Division, I said I'm retiring from Cultural Division, but not from culture. So that's exactly what you're saying, because even Waitukubuli, we have 53 years this year, and we're still going. And I'm still chairman of the committee Puited Creole Kek and chairman of the MNEMS committee. Yeah, so I'm still involved, not as busy and hectic like before, which is okay. I mean, I've done a lot of work in culture in my life, so maybe now is a time to kind of pace myself a little more. But at the same time, still remain, because I've always loved culture and I have a passion for culture. So I guess I will keep on playing a role, whatever role it is that I can play, for the rest of my life, I would say. Yes.
Thank you very much. Okay, Josette, I think we should try our best to speak with a few more members of the public that have gathered. Yes, we are seeing Mr. Owen Lara.
Yes, it is. Thank you.
The husband of Sandra LArt. Can you tell us? I know that, your wife has contributed so much towards these paintings. How do you feel?
I feel fantastic. Well, I've seen them all. I used to tease her that she's a closet artist because she would paint, and I would see it, or if a few people come at home, they would see some. And even I lost track of how many paintings she had done. There are actually 73 pieces hung in this hall. 73, which represents her life, and there's still some at home. So I forgot to count those at home. But Sandra has been devoted to her art, and as she said, she started drawing, and then Earl, this is a piece she did with Earl. This is one of her very first paintings with Earl Etienne. So this is like the early, probably 2010 or somewhere, I'm not sure what year. And then you can see the progression in the quality of her work. And while we were in Guyana, of course, we lived in Guyana for a while, she went to art school, 2 different art schools, and honed her skills. And she just not only paints, she sculpts, she does wire art. The masks are made of different mediums. Some of them are made of sawdust. You'll be surprised to know some of them are made of sawdust, some of them are made of clay, some of them are made of paper. So she uses different medium to do her work, and it's really fantastic. So there you are. And she thought she should share it with her community first and with the rest of Dominica.
I think that's a very great contribution to our island, Dominica. We know that it's a daughter of the soil, and she has this type of talent. I wish that, it could be passed on through the schools. Is there any intentions for this?
The schools are going to come to visit. Some of the 4-H clubs are coming. There's a schedule over the next 2 weeks. Already we heard on Rishikira, a lot of people did say that she's going to ensure, but I know other arrangements are made for other schools. I think there might even be an art competition at some point among 1 or 2 of the schools. So that's another passion of hers. She said the children must be involved because you need to promote the art. So the schools, and then there's something to do with what she calls it, sip and wine. So they're going to come and paint and sip a little wine. I said, I hope they can know what they're painting when they're sipping and they're whining. And I didn't mention it, but in addition to all of this, there's going to be some community activities to raise funds for persons who are sick in the community. So it's not just about this, it's about a whole community and giving back to the community. So there you have it. But I'm sure she can describe it better than I can. I'm just the one who looks at them all the time and says, and tell her, you can't sell that, you cannot sell that, you cannot sell that. I love them all. And I just rotate them and, put them on the wall and take it down and put another one up and take it down and put another one up. And I just sit down and I look at them.
Thank you very much. Yes. As we move around, we will speak with a few more persons.
Proud he is, eh?
Yes, he is. Okay. As was mentioned by... Is it the sculpture? I wonder what it's made of. I wonder what it's made of.
That's what I'm saying. And it's done so beautifully. Where can we get her so that she can actually talk to, you know, to our listeners? She's just with the president. I must say, this is just the preview. So everybody will have a chance to come here between the week of starting from tomorrow. What do you have to say? Okay. Well, we are here and we're trying to get hold of Dr. McIntyre, Irving McIntyre, Honorable. Well, you know, of course, good afternoon.
So we are here with Dr. Irving McIntyre, Minister for the Finance, as well as Parliamentary Representative for the Roseau Valley constituency. He is with us in the Flower site show at Girardel, Egliston, and he will speak to us about, you know, his experience here. We have seen a number of collections from Sandra LArt. Can you tell me what are your experience here? What is your experience here?
Well, today I'm very, very pleased to be here. Lovely experience. And then all the artwork of Sandra Bell LArt. It's the first time I'm seeing her artwork here, and I'm so impressed. You know, when an artist can just capture all the different the emotions, whether it's human, whether it's all the different environmental aspects in her paintings that we're seeing, even we're seeing the culture in her paintings. There are so many things that we can see in her paintings, the expressions that she brings to life. I think she's done an excellent job, and I'm actually fascinated. She's done pretty well, and so for me, what comes out of this is such an exhibition. I would love that as many people as possible can come and see what Sandra has produced. And beyond that, well, granted, it's independent season, so we have lots of visitors here, and it would be nice if they can just come and just see what some of Sandra's work. And interestingly enough, it's going to be there for 2 weeks. So that means we have lots of time, everyone. You can have all your other events and your activities going on, but you can spare a little time. Come up this road, it's a cool, calm, nice village. Breeze is there, and the ambience is just so lovely, and it's done within a flower garden environment. So I'm really encouraging as many people as possible to come and partake and see what's happening at this art exhibition by Sandra Bell LArt. And I can only wish her all the best. The thing about this, though, is in terms of sustainability, how do we make sure that our youth can take it up from there? Because this is Sandra's production. But there are many other youths, I think, that this will inspire them. So those of us who have the opportunity and who can bring the younger ones there, whether it's the school kids, whether it's our own children, whether it's the elderlies from your community, but just to make sure everyone can come and see what Sandra has to offer. I think it's definitely worth it. And as I said, the ambience means a lot, and she's captured so many things, let alone the nature part about it, even the human part about it. You can just see it. It just oozes out of her paintings. So it's an excellent exhibition. I think people should come and take a look at it.
Okay, and it's a 2 weeks exhibition, so we really encourage everyone to come on down to Egliston to be a part to experience this beautiful exhibition, as well as we know that it's a collaborative effort, so there will be a number of activities and events taking place throughout the 2 weeks. Dr. McIntyre, as we are with you, we can take the opportunity to speak about some of the major developments in your constituency. We heard on Friday there was the commissioning of the transmission of the electricity from LArt to Fonkole. Can you tell us and give us up to date? How do you feel about this new development?
The truth is, if we were to talk about the Roseau Valley, we need a few days. But I'm just going to try to press it up and put it together for you. But no, there are a lot of things going on in the Roseau Valley. So for instance, the cable car project. I mean, this is really a big ticket item, not just for the valley, but for Dominica on a whole. And we're seeing this is really going to boost our tourism product. We know how much employment it is going to provide for the people within the Roseau Valley. But most of all, when the people come on, when the tourists, when the visitors come on the cruise ship, rather than, because the Boiling Lake was not always accessible to everyone. But now with the cable car, it's accessible to everyone. So maybe within a few minutes, you'll be right up at the Boiling Lake. So that adds something to our tourism product and something major as well. But this also goes hand in hand with so many other developments that are taking place, let alone in the valley, but nationally in terms of our tourism product, whether you talk about Champagne, whether you talk about the cruise village and all those different things. But in the valley, for sure, the cable car is one of our major ones. It provides actually employment for 211 people. The majority of them are from the Roseau Valley. And it's a good pay. So, and I can see the benefits of so many young people engaged on this project, the cable car project. And it's been moving satisfactorily. We're very pleased. We're really looking forward to the completion sometime next year. And I know that's just going to put some extra energy and financing to the whole Roseau Valley. And we're so pleased about that and we're proud about that. Let alone the cable car, even the geothermal. So by end of next year, maybe early 2026, the geothermal plant will be completed. So building a plant also, some of the equipment came down. Ormat Industries, these are the people going to build the geothermal plant. And some of the equipment has come down. So the setting up of the plant itself is going to start later this year. And hopefully that should be complete by the end of next year or early 2026. So that's from the geothermal point of view. Now that is important because the modern economic infrastructure that we're building, you must have a reliable energy supply, but it must be green and renewable energy. So this is why the geothermal plant is so significant. That way we're leading from the front. No other Caribbean island, well, the French islands have that, but in terms of English-speaking Caribbean, Dominica leads from the front, and in terms of our geothermal program. But more importantly is also from the tariff point of view. So our intention is what? To have lower electricity rate. The price of power must be lower. When the price of power is lower, it makes you more competitive in terms of attracting foreign direct investment. So from that point of view, you can recognize the significance of the geothermal plant. Obviously, you have to consider reducing our carbon footprint, which is what it's going to do as well. So the geothermal plant, the economics of it, bringing down the tariff, attracting foreign investment, reducing our carbon footprint, there are so many advantages associated with that. And that is why on Friday, we had this ceremony for the commissioning to start off the transmission line from the geothermal, from Loda all the way to Fonkole. Beyond this, obviously, we have to think a little further because obviously with all these major ticket items that the government is investing in, we are going to, at some time or the other, need more energy. So that's just the starting. Sooner or later, you might see we have another 20 kilowatt coming up, another 30 kilowatt, because we have to be able to power all these major ticket items that we're developing. Whether it's the cargo port we're going to get involved, our airport, and all the hotels that we're building as well, and even the cruise village. And then when the ships come here also, they're going to need shore power that we can provide to them. That's another source of income for us. So there's just so much associated and attached with the geothermal and renewable energy. It's a very interesting time for us in Dominica. But let alone that, in terms of the hotels, we're building a 5-star hotel in Porvidas, which is just before Loda. And it's unique in the sense that the rooms will be also almost like it's underground. So it's covered with grass and that sort of stuff. You're not going to see that too many places in the world. So that's really, really unique. And we just cannot wait for all of that. But when you look at all of that, so many things are associated with this from the economic standpoint. Because these hotels, they're going to need flowers. Where are they going to get the flowers from? From the farmers. So there's the opportunity for farmers to have a flower farm, where there's the ginger lily that grows very well in Loda, and all these other plants, anthuriums, damp, moist areas. So flower arrangements and flower production, that's for the hotel. The hotel going to need people to dance and to entertain them, and the artists. So all the artists going to get jobs there. Besides the normal jobs that you get in a hotel, you know, the waiters and the cleaners and the managers and all of that stuff there. But there are just so many things associated with development in the Roseau Valley. So if you ask me, the Roseau Valley is bubbling.
It's bubbling.
That's just part of it. I could go on to all the other different things, the different sporting playing fields that we want to get lighted, and we started the lighting, what we when we did some of that, and we're going to do further in some of the other playing fields. Loda, we're going to extend the playing field in Loda because we finally acquired the land, which was the little issue, but now we settled that issue, so we're going to expand the playing field in Loda, where we can use for high altitude training. So our vision is big. We think big in the Roseau Valley. Our housing projects are going on in Trafalgar. We have almost like 16 3-bedrooms, and we have another 12. Some are 3 bedrooms, some are 2 bedrooms. So it's a lot of stuff going on. Even the housing recovery program, quite a few of the houses have been built in Mount Prosper, and we just want to just keep that bubbling attitude and that bubbling activity going on in the Roseau Valley. So the Roseau Valley is pleased and they're happy. And our bridge in Castle, we're trying to get that done, maybe within the next month to complete it. And that's be helped because our tourists, it's not just a matter of safety for our tourists, it's safety for us, the locals who use that road all the time, you know. So it's a lot of things going on, plenty things. So, and we always tell people, come to the Roseau Valley. This is the wellness capital. This is the wellness capital. We come out, we have the sulfur spas, the freshwater lake. We have all the natural beauty in the country.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. McIntyre, Parliamentary Representative of the Roseau Valley area, as well as a Minister of Finance. Thank you again for gracing us with your presence and for discussing about your constituency with us.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Thank you. And we are live at the Flower Garden in Egliston. Flower Sideshow in Egliston. I believe it was a very great experience to be here to see these lovely arts and sculptures. As was mentioned, it's over 70 arts and sculptures here around this area. We are seeing a number of paintings that have a number of different elements put in it to ensure it's perfect display. I must say perfect because I am not an artist, but I am seeing the straight lines. I am seeing the perfect depictions of the rivers, the stones, as well as the flowers. I'm seeing a lady smiling at me. I think I'm doing pretty well at describing this beautiful scenery in Egliston. I must say we are seeing painting where it's like a mural as well with the sculptures. We are seeing a number of local items, and as was mentioned, some of these paintings were maybe made from sandust. I'm seeing a beautiful sunset painting right here, a beautiful sunset painting right here. We are trying to capture this beautiful sunset painting. If you all know me, I'm very much in love with sunsets, so this one captured my imagination, as well as we are seeing an old house. One of those ancient persons may live in this, it's a traditional house that we are seeing with wooden sculptures as well as the stones. We are also seeing this sculpture there of a man, a head, maybe Negmaho. I believe it's Negmaho, as well as on the other side, we are seeing a beautiful painting of, it looks like roots. I must say, it looks like roots. And above it, it's like a mural. And on the other side, we are seeing a nice little living room space. Maybe, someone looking outside the window. It's maybe a cozy area to, just have a little space for your time. Below this, we are seeing a vase with some flowers and even flowers on the desk. This is very much creative for me. And another beautiful one with little dots. There is a sculpture as well as little dots, painted dots. And there is also another one of these ancient paintings. Beautiful, very creative. Josette, how do you feel?
I feel really good, and just to see the work that one person have done. And there's all aspect of life in every one of it. Even the houses, some of them are like 100 years plus, right? And we still have some of those houses. And and also that was children, the generation are coming up now, and some of them have never seen the houses like this. So we just not, Cecil is doing, all that is with clay. That is clay. Oh. And this sitting there at the fire underneath the pot. The first stones going up. And of course, that's also part of the culture right here. Well, this, you can put it to anything that you want. I would think so. But it's somehow it look like somebody's body, right? Yes. Well, a lady in a ballet, doing a ballet, I'm not sure, one of it, and then she's swinging. Wow, she did good. This again, let's see. Oh, one of the waterfalls, of course, because it's all the trees are wrong, and this is coming like through the blocks or stones falling over. I'm not sure. Oh, that's a flower, but you know the name of the flower? You're wrong. Okay, wrong. Okay. So here we have it, and I'm listening. I'm sure you would like to come up to Girardel starting tomorrow. We have until the 6th of November, I think. Yes, the 6th of November. Everything will be here on show. Well, some of them might be gone because some people are actually putting some orders so they can, pick up some of the paintings there. So I must say, the time is. You want something? Oh, hi. Good evening. What's your name?
My name is Janae Bell. I'm an artist. I'm a digital artist, and I'm the PRO of the YT Kubli Artists Association.
Okay. So what you see here, how does it impress you?
I think it's a beautiful retrospective. It's incredibly inspiring. I love that I can feel the passion behind the pieces. It's definitely inspiring to know that a Dominican was able to create this body of work. I think it's very impactful, and I think that everybody should see it.
So that's why we're appealing to the young people to at least come and see the artwork. They can be inspired by it.
Absolutely. I think I'm 23, so seeing this just in Dominica and being able to experience it in Girardel is very important.
So when did you start, or when you knew that you had that, that gift?
Well, I've been an artist all my life, but I only recently started taking it seriously 4 years ago.
Okay. So where you have some pieces already?
Yes, I do. I actually had some pieces in the Fort Young Old Oven Art Gallery, and I post a lot of my work online on Instagram at LArt, at bell.art, A-R-T-T.
So are you working with anybody else?
Like working with?
Yes. Or maybe the children, you have never done that?
No, I'm just a full-time artist right now, yeah.
All right, so your name again?
Janae Bell.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, let's still take the mic here. He's talking about the abstract painting. Can you tell us about it? Because we are not artists, eh?
Okay, well, abstract is more of a feeling, in my opinion. It's not literal. It's an expression of an emotion. And I think really good abstract piece is something that hits you, and it's kind of like a lightning in a bottle moment. And there's a lot of nice abstract works here that when I look at it, it kind of draws you in and it captivates you. Yeah. Abstract work can be many different styles. I see a lot of styles here like Cubism.
I was watching this one.
Yes.
Over there.
The graphite one?
Yeah. From there I could see like there's a body there.
Yes. It's definitely abstract. It feels like it comes from like the Art Deco inspired style. It's very structured but very I can't put a word to it, but it looks like Cubism to me. Yeah. Yes. Yes. I don't know what else I can say about abstract arts, but
I think we have come to an end today, and I wish you all the best. I will know I will see your paintings somewhere, right? And I'll say, yes, I met her.
Thank you.
Okay, come. Thank you. So.
I think Susan. Ask Susan. Oh, let me see you again. Yes, one or two. Susan, but I have a single. Yeah, sure. And mine have
This is a lovely version.
Imaginative.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Love it.
Yes, thank you.
Good evening to you, Mrs. LArt.
Good evening.
I must say, as a Dominican, I'm very proud to see these different paintings and sculptures presented by you.
Thank you.
Can you tell us about your experience going through these paintings, and how do you think that this event today will contribute to Dominica?
Going through the paintings, you mean creating and developing?
Yes.
It's just, first of all, I have an interest in painting, and I must paint or else I will lose my skill. Also, you need a lot of quiet time to contemplate, because you don't just approach a canvas and start painting. There's a mental preparation in advance, and then you look at your color scheme, what is it you want to do, whether I'm going to use it on canvas, or where I have to prepare the canvas. So I have to get all my materials together, because when I'm in the flow of creating, I don't want any distraction. So I paint because I love it, and then I decided I wanted to show my painting to the public, because I have it at home and friends come and say, oh, I didn't know you paint, I didn't know you think. So I said, let me show it to the public. And I thought, here is an ideal opportunity, because we normally have the flower show, but at this time there are not so many flowers, so and the hall is vacant. So I said, let me do it, and then we came together with the Monangle Community Tourism Group. So it's a nice collaboration, and we presented this. While I was growing up, I knew I was interested in art, but I had nobody as a role model. So part of the aim here is that I hope young children can come or be inspired to become artists. And then even if sometimes you think painting is a dying art, but it's alive and well. And hopefully that will bring more focus on the art in every way. Above the art is to appreciate nature and all its beauty, all its power. Because we take it for granted that we have trees and we have rivers, but if we don't appreciate it, we can lose all of that. So seeing it here, feeling the aliveness, to feel the God influencing all of it, nature power, that is what pushes me to express myself in art and to present it, to give me the courage to present it to nature. People, because when you do that, you're not sure everybody's going to, it's like taking a chance, getting away from my comfort zone. And this is what it has produced, which is good. The reward is sweet. So there are challenges, the same approach to art. You have challenges, you have setbacks, you have struggles, but they're happy with the end result. So the presentation here included all of that because we went to bed late last night. I had to get up early, try to put everything together, come here, and it wasn't a nice feeling. It's, adrenaline pump. But then, no, I'm happy. I'm happy that you all are here. I'm happy the public enjoyed the viewing.
Okay, thank you very much, Mrs. LArt, as well as thank you for your artistic works and your contribution to arts in Dominica. And we must say we want to encourage persons to come on down to the Girardel Egliston Flower site to view these paintings, and we wish you the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming. We do appreciate you.
Okay, so here we have it at the Flower Site Show in Girardel Egliston, with over 70 paintings and sculptures presented by Sandra Bell LArt, who is the featured artist for this evening's event. It's a collaborative effort of the Mont Anglais Tourism Community Group, as well as the Flower Girls Group in Egliston, and Sandra Bell LArt. It was a beautiful experience being here. Love the painting, love the work, love the sculptures. Josette?
It sounds like you want to be an artist. Well, let me just say a good evening, in fact, good night to all our listeners. What I see here was, I'm really, really impressed. And sometimes you look at a painting and you could say, I can do this. And maybe I can. So I can try, right? So my name is Josette Serafin Hetchington, and I just say good night to everyone.
Good night.